Good morning everyone. A big warm welcome to the National Student Housing Awards 2017. It's fantastic to have so many of you here today, and we hope you enjoy the New Look Awards ceremony. My name is Sarah Jones. I'm Research Manager at Red Brick Research and Project Manager for the NSHS, so I look after the running of the project and all the outputs at the end of it. The NSHS is a really exciting project, and we've seen lots of developments over the last few years in how it's run, and hopefully there will be many more to come as the project evolves. This year marks our 10th year of the NSHS, meaning there's 10 years worth of tracking data, allowing us to monitor long-term trends with unparalleled accuracy and allowing us to explore how more nuanced trends have developed over the years. In addition to this being the 10th year of the NSHS, it is the first year we have run the survey in a range of languages, meaning we have results from an even more diverse and representative sample. This year's data is based on a record number of responses from close to 35,000 students. With so much benchmarking and trend data available to us, we are able to uncover emerging trends and track longer-term patterns with a wealth of data stretching back 10 years. Before we get going with the hotly anticipated awards, which I'm sure you're all eagerly awaiting, we wanted to share with you our NSHS infographic, which highlights some of the key trends and patterns that have emerged from our exploration of this year's data. So here goes. We start off by taking a look at the wider picture of student accommodation and how general feelings of satisfaction with accommodation have moved from last year. We asked students, if you were describing your accommodation to a friend or relative, how would you best describe it? This question is asked on a 6-point scale from very good to very bad. If we look at the wider picture on the whole, it is one of consistency. Scores on this graphic show the proportion of students rating their accommodation very good or good. Scores for private halls have remained consistent at 76%. 2016 saw the recovery in overall satisfaction continue, with the gap between university halls and private halls closing. That trend seems to have stalled in 2017, with scores for universities halls having dropped by 1% from 66% to 65%. While overall figures for those rating their accommodation as very good or good are fairly consistent, we have seen a drop in excellence levels, so those who are rating their accommodation as very good, across both university and private halls. In particular, the rating for private halls has dropped by 2%, which may not seem much, but given the sample size we are working with, this is in fact a significant drop. The general sign of levels of excellence falling are also reflected in the Net Promoter Score results, which are down 2 points overall. It seems to be hall accommodation driving the drop, with both university halls and private halls seeing a decline. So university halls have actually dropped by 3 points to -8 from -5, and private halls by 2 points from +8 to +6. A positive Net Promoter Score is based on more people promoting you, so scoring 9 or 10 out of 10, than those detracting you, so scoring 0 to 6 out of 10. And it seems that both a higher proportion are scoring 0 to 6 and a lower proportion are voting 9 or 10, with passives, so those who are voting in the middle at 7 to 8, remaining consistent. So the question I suppose we have to ask is, does this signal the rise of the more savvy consumer? So one who is becoming more critical and therefore expects higher levels of excellence. So we'll look to address this theory in more detail a bit later on. But we'd now like to have a look at some more trends around satisfaction. So while trends are plateauing in terms of overall feelings towards accommodation, this has given the opportunity to uncover more nuanced trends. Looking at fee status in particular, this year has revealed that a larger proportion of international students report they are satisfied compared to their EU and UK counterparts, a trend that has been consistent over a number of years, as the graphic shows. So non-EU students are likely to rate the key driving forces of overall satisfaction more positively than other students, and in addition, These students are also more likely to be satisfied with a wider range of aspects of their accommodation as well. So things like kitchen facilities, communal and social areas, personal safety, student care and support. This suggests that it's not only the key drivers that have an impact on overall satisfaction. The theory of marginal gains could lend an explanation to this, so small improvements accumulated over time, achieving bigger results. Non-EU students place a greater emphasis on the importance of accommodation in their choice of institution than either UK or EU students, perhaps partly because of their focus on accommodation and partly on university policies that prioritise them. Non-EU students have a good record of securing their first choice accommodation because of this. Indeed, 8 in 10 non-EU students get their first choice, a larger proportion than either EU or UK students. There is a clear correlation between whether students secure their first choice accommodation and their levels of satisfaction. Those who don't get their first choice are much more likely to be an NPS detractor than those who do secure their first choice accommodation. One of the most interesting pieces of analysis we can look at is to try and identify which factors are driving overall satisfaction with accommodation. This helps us to understand which elements hold greatest influence and which are perhaps not as important to the overall experience. Our detailed driver analysis reveals the key drivers of overall satisfaction as shown in the following graphic. These are indicative of a shift in focus towards the experience of accommodation rather than the physical features. While these features remain important, so indeed the condition and the quality of the accommodation is the top driver, we have seen the emergence of some of the more softer factors coming into play. So things like overall management and also relationships with other students in their accommodation. It will be important for providers to evolve to the changing demands of students, as well as the demands from universities that encourage providers to offer more social and wellbeing related services. This is also an area that we are looking to focus on for next year in terms of content within the survey. So we are not only fully covering the physical elements, but the social and wellbeing elements too. Leading back to our point earlier about the rise of a more savvy consumer, we see this highlighted in a number of research findings from this year. Not only is condition and quality the most influential driver of overall satisfaction, there is a clear appetite for improved accommodation and students are willing to pay more for it. In fact, 62% of students are willing to pay more to upgrade or add a feature in their accommodation. And also, students are twice as likely to upgrade than to want to keep things as they are. When we ask about the sorts of aspects they would like improved, the key physical aspects are kitchen size, internet access, and improvements in the general condition and quality of the accommodation. I'd now like to move on to talk a bit about the complexity of value for money. So in the analysis that we've done, we've seen a trend where those at either end of the rent scale have the best perceived value for money, with the mid-range rent payers feeling much less positive about the value for money they receive. The more expensive and cheaper ends of the rent scale have clear, distinct places in the market. Students know what they are getting and have a clear sense of what to expect. It seems that those in the mid-range may have a more confused viewpoint. They are likely to have similar expectations as those in the top rent brackets, but have different experiences, meaning that their expectations are less likely to be met or exceeded. Higher rent bands have seen significant improvements in perceived value for money on last year, suggesting that increasingly high-end accommodation is doing more to give its customers the whole package they want, and therefore the gap between those paying more and those in the middle bands appears to be expanding, whilst expectations remain the same. If we look at studio flats, the higher levels of satisfaction witnessed this year in the top rent bands is allied to more availability of studio flats across a wider range of rent bands. There has been a growth in the proportion of students living in studio flats across the top 3 rent bands, with significant growth in the £190 to £209 a week bracket. Interestingly, students in studio flats are most positive about the value for money they get. Again, this is likely to be due to strong market positioning, but also down to the way that students fund their accommodation. So those living in a studio flat are more likely to be parent funded, while other students may be taking out a student loan or dipping into their personal savings to fund their living space. The latter may be more critical and sensitive to the concept of value for money. This begs the question of whether studio flats are becoming more accessible and more attractive to students. Although studio flats have high levels of satisfaction, shared and private bedrooms perform much better in terms of the social environment. So those living in studio flats are much less likely to feel that where they live there's a strong sense of community, and as a result are much less likely to report that they have good relationships with other students in their accommodation. With students becoming more focused on the experience of their accommodation, so relationships with others, overall management for example, we have to ask whether studio flats continue to hold the lead in future years. This will be something we continue to monitor. Finally, overall management is not only a key driver of overall satisfaction, but also factors in students' decisions of whether to stay in the accommodation they are in for another year, where they are offered this option, of course. The responsiveness of the property manager and their team has the biggest impact on ratings of management, followed by staff knowledge. Students who choose not to stay another year in their accommodation do not necessarily have a bad experience with the management, but they do report lower levels of excellence. So this suggests that an okay or good experience is unlikely to impact students' likelihood of rebooking, but experiences of staff going the extra mile can make a huge difference. So that's all we have time for today. For more information on national trends, you can refer to our national report or feel free to get in contact with us. So now the part you have all been waiting for. It gives me great pleasure to kick off the National Student Housing Awards 2017.
Best Environmental Management. The category finalists are Queen Margaret University, University of Bath, University of Derby. And the winner for Best Environmental Management 2017 is Queen Margaret University. Queen Margaret University, Edinburgh, is known not only for excellent relevant teaching, research and knowledge exchange, but also for the care and respect they give their students, staff and partners. Queen Margaret University prides itself in offering students a friendly and supportive environment to live and learn. The university campus is a vibrant academic village with modern sustainable buildings set in landscaped parklands. Situated in the heart of campus, the Student Village accommodates 800 students in a choice of standard or premium rooms, all of which are en suite. Congratulations to Queen Margaret University. Best Moving In Experience. The category finalists are Manchester Metropolitan University, St Mary's University Twickenham, City Block. And the winner for Best Moving In Experience 2017 is City Block. Established over 15 years ago, City Block is a leading provider in the development and management of high-quality student accommodation with a track record of delivering exceptional customer service. From design and development to management and student welfare, City Block combines a caring and innovative approach as an independent, family-owned business. City Block offers accommodation in Lancaster, Reading and Durham, and previously Leicester, developing each property based on comprehensive student research and needs. City Block then manages and maintains the property to deliver an exceptional experience. All City Block properties are ANUK accredited and compliant, which is supported by the National Union of Students. Congratulations to City Block. Best Booking Experience. The category finalists are Sanctuary Students, Fresh Student Living, University of the West of England. And the winner for Best Booking In Experience 2017 is Sanctuary Students. Sanctuary Students is a leading operator of purpose-built student and key worker accommodation in 39 properties across 14 of the UK's top university cities. Working in partnership with universities as well as letting directly to students and key workers, their business is delivered through 290 employees. Sanctuary Students operate high-quality, safe accommodation located close to university campuses, transport links and local amenities. Students live in fully furnished study bedrooms with rents covering all bills, insurance, high-speed Wi-Fi, 24-hour security and communal cleaning, delivered by their dedicated on-site management, caretaking and cleaning teams. Congratulations to Sanctuary Students. Best Student Broadband. The category finalists are Host, University of Dundee, University of York, and the winner for Best Student Broadband 2017 is University of York. Since opening in 1963, the University of York has become one of the world's leading universities, with a strong focus on academic excellence. A member of the elite Russell Group of UK universities, it is a dynamic, research-intensive organisation committed to the development of life-saving discoveries and new technologies to tackle some of the most pressing challenges in the world today. There are now almost 16,000 students studying at the University of York, many of whom live in the university's campus accommodation. Congratulations to the University of York. Best Individual Accommodation. The category finalists are Burley Student Living, Manchester Metropolitan University, County Townhouses, Lancaster University, Chancellors South, Edge Hill University. And the winner for Best Individual Accommodation 2017 is County Townhouses, Lancaster University. Lancaster University is consistently ranked among the UK's top 10 in the main university league tables, and the collegiate student experience offer is rated highly by their students. Award-winning accommodation is just one of the results of over £500 million worth of investment in the campus and facilities since 2002. And that investment will continue, with key projects including a new health and innovation campus, a new home for their world-class management school, and further investment in their accommodation portfolio. The university is always looking to the next stage of development and to the ever-evolving demands of students. Congratulations to Lancaster University. Best Specialist Accommodation. The category finalists are Goodenough College, London, Graduates Court, Edge Hill University, International Students' House, London. And the winner for Best Specialist Accommodation 2017 is Goodenough College, London. Goodenough College is an independent educational charity situated in one of central London's most beautiful garden squares. Its mission is to develop future leaders by providing a welcoming residential community for outstanding international postgraduate students and their families, irrespective of background, where mutual understanding and respect are fostered, and intellectual, cultural and social interactions are nurtured. The college is home to over 700 postgraduate students, hailing from over 80 countries around the world. Congratulations to Goodenough College. Best Learning Environment. The category finalists are Alresford Court, University of Essex, Grisdale Townhouses, Lancaster University, The Hive, Host, and the winner for Best Learning Environment 2017 is Grisdale Townhouses, Lancaster University. Lancaster University is consistently ranked among the UK's top 10 in the main university league tables, and the collegiate student experience offer is rated highly by their students. Award-winning accommodation is just one of the results of over £500 million worth of investment in the campus and facilities since 2002. And that investment will continue, with key projects including a new health and innovation campus, a new home for their world-class management school, and further investment in their accommodation portfolio. The university is always looking to the next stage of development and to the ever-evolving demands of students. Congratulations to Lancaster University. Best Student Community. The category finalists are Durham University, Manchester Metropolitan University, Swansea University, and the winner for Best Student Community 2017 is Durham University. Durham colleges are at the heart of the wider student experience at Durham University, offering vibrant, supportive scholarly communities full of opportunities for students to gain new experiences and develop skills to achieve more in their future lives. These opportunities allow Durham students to develop skills in leadership, representation, management and teamwork, as well as confidence, resilience and self-management. College communities foster a sense of identity and ensure a network of personal contacts across subjects, years of study, and diverse social, national, and cultural backgrounds. It is this strong sense of community that supports transition into and through university life, creates allegiance, and engenders alumni loyalty. The strength and effectiveness of the college communities contributed to Durham being ranked the #1 university in the UK for graduate employability. The recent HESA survey found that 97.9% of Durham University undergraduates completing their first degree were in employment or further study 3.5 years after graduation, the highest rate of any UK university. Congratulations to Durham University. Best Small Provider. The category finalists are Code Student Accommodation, City Block, Urba Life, and the winner for Best Small Provider 2017 is Code Student Accommodation. Code Student Accommodation provides a thriving, innovative student environment situated in a sought-after riverside location in close proximity to the local university. With a strong emphasis on health, fitness, and exceptional customer service, Code helped to deliver the best academic results for our students whilst building a dynamic, cosmopolitan community with a high propensity to renew. Code is expanding this experience to Coventry, where it is building a brand new complex of attractive individual studio apartments for September 2018, complemented by a wide range of facilities just minutes from the university, with both affordability and quality as top priorities. Congratulations to Code Student Accommodation. Best Customer Service. The category finalists are the Student Housing Company, Kaplan Residences, Queen Margaret University, and the winner for Best Customer Service 2017 is the Student Housing Company. The Student Housing Company was launched in 2011 to manage purpose-built student accommodation, and the multi-award winning company now operates in 12 cities across the UK. The Student Housing Company always takes student feedback on board and continuously seeks innovative ways to improve their offering, bringing a new energy and level of service to the student accommodation sector. The Student Housing Company offers students convenient and secure housing in ideal locations, close to universities, and provides exceptional value for money. Part of the world leaders in student housing, global student accommodation, the Student Housing Company is proud to provide the very best in student accommodation. Congratulations to the Student Housing Company. Best Value for Money. The category finalists are Edge Hill University, Lancaster University, the Student Housing Company. And the winner for Best Value for Money 2017 is Edge Hill University. Edge Hill University boasts a vibrant campus community based on an attractive, award-winning 160-acre campus near to Ormskirk in West Lancashire. There is currently on campus accommodation for 2,420 students. However, the campus is continuously growing and development is underway to include an additional 80 rooms for senior students from 2018. Whilst adding more accommodation to an expanding estate, the university has always strived to meet changing student requirements, hit sustainability targets and provide affordable living solutions for a diverse student body. One of the ways Edge Hill's accommodation remains affordable compared to its competitors is through sustainable construction. Edge Hill's innovative approach to sustainability means that student accommodation is constructed to use less energy and less maintenance cost, a saving which can be passed on to the students. Congratulations, Edge Hill University. Best Private Halls Provider. The category finalists are Host, Liberty Living, the Student Housing Company. And the winner for Best Private Halls Provider 2017 is the Student Housing Company. The Student Housing Company was launched in 2011 to manage purpose-built student accommodation, and the multi-award-winning company now operates in 12 cities across the UK. The Student Housing Company always takes student feedback on board and continuously seeks innovative ways to improve their offering, bringing a new energy and level of service to the student accommodation sector. The Student Housing Company offers students convenient and secure housing in ideal locations, close to universities, and provides exceptional value for money. Part of the world leaders in student housing, global student accommodation, the Student Housing Company is proud to provide the very best in student accommodation. Congratulations to the Student Housing Company. Best University Halls. The category finalists are Edge Hill University, Lancaster University, University of Derby. And the winner for Best University Halls 2017 is Lancaster University. Lancaster University is a top 10 university, and the collegiate student experience offer is rated highly by their students. Lancaster are currently looking at the next stage of residential development and are always keen to hear the thoughts of their students when it comes to their needs in future refurbishments and build programs. Congratulations, Lancaster University. And now, a short recap of all this year's winners. Best University Halls, Lancaster University. Best Private Halls Provider, the Student Housing Company. Best Customer Service, the Student Housing Company. Best Value for Money, Edge Hill University. Best Learning Environment, Grisdale Townhouses, Lancaster University. Best Booking Experience, Sanctuary Students. Best Moving In Experience, City Block. Best Individual Accommodation, County Townhouses, Lancaster University. Best Small Provider, Code Student Accommodation. Best Student Broadband, University of York. Best Student Community, Durham University. Best Specialist Accommodation, Good Enough College, London. Best Environmental Management, Queen Margaret University. And now, this year's International Accommodation Quality Mark winners. Lancaster University, University of Bath, University of Derby, Queen Margaret University. Host, Kaplan, Liberty Living, Fresh Student Living, The Student Housing Company, Good Enough College, Student Cribs. And that concludes this year's awards. Thank you for attending the National Student Housing Awards 2017. For more information on the National Student Housing Survey or the awards, please email info@nshs.co.uk.